have to stop this whole freaking checklist box item stuff. It's like, it seems like whenever, in the 90s where it's like, 8 minutes to perfect abs. It's like,
right.
Five items to get your diversity recruitment on track. It becomes a little, it just becomes a little annoying, a little ridiculous about how many different steps people have. Like they've cracked the code.
Right.
But the code truly is, we have to get back to the core
Right.
of who we are as a human in our leadership and where we need to develop from that point.
Right. And really just building those skills and having the ability to have conversations, to build relationships, to grow and develop and get better.
Yeah.
It's so important.
Now there's another side of this development strategy you're building. The other side, which is coming from the growing number of individuals who are resigning.
Yeah.
I mean, even saying like, quit that job. I mean, there's a hashtag quit that job out there right now.
Yeah.
It's going out on Twitter. It's going against SHRM. It's a lot of places like quit that job. Mm-hmm. And so the other side of the coin and the perspective is here. There is no development, dismantle the system and everything. And I shouldn't have to develop so much of myself to, again, fit inside the box of this corporate organization.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And the thing that, and it's funny, I had a conversation with someone at lunch today. We were talking about it. When you talk about what you learn in high school, we learn geometry, we learn history, we learn all this stuff. But what we're really learning is critical career skills. We're learning how to time manage. We're learning how to have relationships. We're learning how to have conflict. We're learning these skills. And so whether you work for the organization, whether you have a corporate umbrella or whether you're out on your own, those people that are bold enough, and I'm inspired by those that are brave enough to go out on their own and do the work. You still need those critical skills. You
do. And I can get where the angst and certainly the anger comes in. It's like, I have been trying my best to develop myself as just a human to make it to work and everything. You never took the time to invest into me and even value me. Let's start with value me. Value me as an employee, being here, taking time out of my day and stuff to be here. And then it's the employer saying, well, you should be thankful that I gave you this job. And the employer saying, well, you should be thankful that I'm even here. And it's just like, it's just creating this barrier.
Yeah. And I've been coaching this young woman. I mean, I just want to hold on to her because she is going places. And I just keep telling her, bring me, when you are running a massive company, like, remember the little people. But I've been coaching her for the last 6 months, and she was having struggles with her manager, and she was having struggles with, being undervalued and underappreciated. And, one of the last coaching sessions we did, I finally had to say to her, and I was like, I'm a softie, like I cry at commercials. And so I'm like in tears and I'm saying, you have to go. Like you have to leave this, or, you have to leave your organization. It's just, you're doing everything right. They are not doing right by you.
Yeah.
And what's the definition of insanity?
Yeah.
Doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different outcome. And so she's doing everything right. And so she is now off, spread her wings, doing amazing things. But it just broke my heart because I am one of those people. I believe that people can do better and be better. But after you've worked with them and they're not, then you just got to go.
It is. And what's also sad, that part of that is when the environment becomes so toxic that person not only wants to leave the organization, they also want to leave their profession. Right.
And that is happening more and more and more.
Yeah.
And, part of the conversation I had at lunch today, we talked about 2 pretty significant organizations in Kansas City, and the person I was talking to said, why can they not keep a leader?
Yeah.
And I said, because the leader does not have the skills of people. They may be good at what they do. So they may be great
Mm-hmm.
at production, or
Mm-hmm.
they may be great at advertisement, or they may
Yeah.
be great, but they're not good at people. And at the end of the day, when we get to a certain level of leadership,
Mm-hmm.
when we're at that senior level, it's more about people than
Mm-hmm.
about the job we do.
Yeah.
Because if we can't take care of people, and if we can't build strong teams, and if we can't retain good people,
Mm-hmm.
we're not a good leader.